Yeah, and I think even if you played other Bowser Juniors, Nimbus does not present the same style. You might even see with like a Yoda cancer or a Sweat. It's a different kind of Bowser Junior style.
Big time. Definitely a different flavor to it.
We're going to Smash with like immediately close quarters on the starting stage.
I feel like I'm seeing double here. These guys are right back at it, leaving off where they picking up where they left
They're
off.
scrapping. They're scrapping.
Yeah.
And Autoretical once again betraying Mateo.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be careful about that. I can tell you, we're in for a long one here, and every piece of data is gonna be important.
I'm not saying he doesn't got to retire.
No.
But it's like there's some.
All right, here, let's set up. Not this time. Get him off stage.
He spins out, but he's okay. All just some window dressing on that recovery.
I like it. Ooh.
Just
Okay.
goofy little eye.
Little goofy.
The down throw up air doesn't quite die for that NDI on the down throw. Cannon ball. The dash attack just canceled the cannonball out.
Crazy back here.
It's back here. Oh, he is gone. He is gone. I don't think he could have avoided that mega. Maybe if Z caught it.
This game is crazy. In the blender. Airtime, baby.
We got, I mean, this is how he does. Clean 60, 62. I don't know where that came from. Maybe the bubble up there. Spins
60,
out,
thanks
he's
for playing.
okay.
Sheesh, 80% out of nowhere.
Mateo getting a clean advantage, and that's what you like. A small stage like this, right? Your advantage is suffocating.
Big time. That nair's going to cover a lot of ground the smaller the stage is. Stuck in the corner.
And the down throw. At some point, you got to stop DI. If you're Nimbus, you got to stop DI goes down. That's if you DI that out, nothing happens.
Yep.
If you DI that in, you could die like that.
Yeah, but Mateo's looking for all the data off that throw, seeing how you're going to DI. And that time he was able to punch that.
I'm sure Nimbus knows.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Weird little weak hit of that nair, right?
He got what he wanted.
Did. And this is a pretty close game. After what was looking like it might have been a wash. Aries. Ooh, the up air ready for that cart.
He is so good at finding those up airs.
And now forcing the legend to total reversal of that situation with the up air.
Oh!
Funny little win box. Okay, Mateo, you definitely want to close this off the sledge trap if you can.
Yeah, you don't want any Bowser Jr. shenanigans.
Weird little ramming the cannonball into the wall. I'm assuming he probably wants to like throw it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a safe point.
Okay. These cannonballs are funny because you know that cannonball when it goes way up there, you can't see it.
He knows what.
Close that game, yeah. I like the little trick though. The cannonball is in the mirror, falls down. You can't see the cannonball as it's falling down until it drops right on your head.
Cheeky. Yeah, definitely a strange move how that ball like loses momentum, and it's like, yeah, junior players know where that thing's going to land, but unless you got matchup experience, you might not really know that that thing's coming and landing on your head here.
Because you can't see it. You can't see it, so you just got to be like, all right, I think it's going to be over here. I am not over there.
Funny character.
True. All right, runs it right back. Nimbus runs it right back. So Nimbus,
he says, "Get your ass back to Smashville. I want it again."
Right back. I think Mateo definitely probably feeling pretty comfortable after that game. I think he was feeling comfortable in winners too. So I'm not
been here before. I've seen this one.
I'm not counting Nimbus out by any means.
Yeah. Both players should be established. Careful, but Mateo's making him bleed.
Ooh. Okay, can he get any more? Ooh. Yeah, these high teleports in this matchup, Nimbus has them scouted every single time. I think if you're Mateo, at some point you just gotta accept, all right, I'm going to ledge. I gotta hit my angle to go to ledge, and that's how it's gotta be, right?
I would agree.
Ooh, armors through the multi-hit of the up air there, I guess.
What school situation?
And there we get a funny dash attack. Our range of there.
We've definitely seen it also far. We're only in game 2.
This game is super back and forth.
Yeah, super duper. We haven't even lost a stock yet.
Super back and forth. But gets, walls him out trying to dash attack. Snare, not quite it. But you can't give that immediate air dodge there because you just didn't.
Yeah, and you gotta know Mateo's gonna be ready with his explosive. He looks for that option when you're falling that seems like
Yeah, I mean those explosive flames, it's one of those things you just gotta be ready for
every time.
Every time. The Palu, almost like 9 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, they're dropping that flame.
You're gonna have to use that air dodge. You're gonna have to recover it.
Okay, I mean this has been the Mateo show again. I think if you're Nimbus, you're ready to do it. Okay, what's up? Fair.
Needed.
Yeah, I like Nimbus getting out with those fairs before Poly's getting kind of the invincibility startup of that teleport. Right, because that's what you can get. You can either get it like with the 2-frame at the ledge, or you can get it right in front. Okay, but
Mateo's just relentlessly not letting go of that.
yeah, scouting these landings, and a lot of times opting, right when kind of Nimbus wants to go for something, ready to wall out with the back air or to catch it with the dash. Okay, if your Nimbus getting a little advantage take here.
Blender, here we go. You get another.
Resetting. Taking that almost 60%. You're in the Palu
We've seen
blender.
that one.
Palu blender trying to even end the stock there. Okay, if you're Nimbus, getting the stock suit is paramount.
Super critical. You really can't be taking much more percent here by the time the stock is had its end.
But now Mateo's just walling with the back air, he's playing a comfortable game. You see, finally, I think Mateo hadn't gone for that down tilt too much. But had kind of repeated that run-off and tried to go in spike scenario a few different times.
True.
And we're going to see down tilt there. Easy bread and butter poly.
Easy money.
So running into game 3. You are Nimbus. 2-0, man. 2-0. Yeah, so going into game 3, if you're Nimbus, you gotta try and get some data, slow this roll. We've seen Nimbus adapt before. I don't think there's anything in that regard that you can't do. You gotta get something.
Speaking of something going, we're looking at it right here. He's up 75%. He's able to find one of those nice junior combos that are able to really pile on the damage. But now he's in there.
Absolutely packed on effective.
Now we're
And
nailing
you love these character specialists piling on that optimized damage, that advantage state. That's what you like to see the stage of the game.
But hey, with Palu's turn, and just like that,
Just like that,
Mateo counts it up and is found himself in the driver's seat again. I mean, Nimbus has spent a lot of time on ledge, but now he's going to find himself on the other side as he cooks up a scenario here tonight.
Okay, makes it back. Just resets neutral, but gets the jab as he lands the jump there. Okay, this has been kind of a total turnaround.
Oh, yeah, he's found it. But this side, he's going to have to take the stock. He wants to really, really take this game here as well.
Without even a swing.
Hit him with the Wi-Fi.
This is crazy. Grab this. And we got it. If you're Nimbus, you gotta stop these down. You gotta stop these guys in on It's just getting them killed, and there's no reason.
Nah.
There's no reason if you're Nimbus.
That does not need to be true at 135 or whatever.
No, for sure.
What's unfortunate is, he's just going to pay his taxes once again. But hold on, he actually got out of it.
Tries to... Nimbus throws out a lot of preemptive hitboxes in this match, which makes sense. Saying, all right, if Mateo's going to jump aggressively in my space, I'm going to make you respect. I'm going to make you respect my but Mateo's been more successful, just kind of ahead of the game.
Whoa.
Funny points.
How'd that happen again? There they are walling out with Marius.
Just like waiting for the cart to cross up, ready, dash attacks the landing.
Yeah, Mateo's in no rush.
Absolutely. A game that was looking great for Nimbus is now all in Mateo's favor.
I mean,
Go back there. Doesn't quite get the frame trap there.
oh,
You delayed get up attack.
that's
get up
both
option-
hits.
Best get up option in the game. You know.
Love to see it. Him with a force, just get out of here.
Okay, Bowser Jr. got some disrespect.
Definitely.
We got a board. We got a tongue.
Again. Somebody tell him. Somebody gotta
That's it.
tell my man.
That's it. And
He's
that reset was
Too bad for you.
that reset was kind of a beat down. Obviously you're Nimbus though. You have if you're Nimbus, right, you have the benefit. You're coming from winner's side, right? You got that extra set.
yeah.
So even if you get washed that first set, you got a whole new set in front of you, right?
It's gonna take some mental fortitude, however, because when you're getting washed for that grand final reset, I mean that's got to make you think twice a little bit.
Yeah, the critical thing here, if you're Nimbus, and you want to get back in this first game is really big.
It's massive, and it's gonna be massive for him to get his mental right.
Because if you get this first game, right? If you get this first game, I think that reset's almost kind of out the window. It's almost out the window. It's not like you obviously Mateo still is kind of rolling, but you can halt that momentum, go up 1-0 in that new set. That's going to be big if Nimbus can pull that off.
Big time, I would agree.
But if you're Mateo, you're trying to keep this rolling. You're not trying to see no signs of life. You're trying to get this over with. You are Mateo.
Well, let's see how Nimbus responds. Everybody in the building has lost one set today, at least.
It's true.
It's actual statements.
Factual
No
statements
lies
here.
detected.
Okay, and not auto reticle again.
A lot of reticle.
Bro, I think we just gotta retire auto reticle versus we gotta retire auto
It's
reticle.
not working out.
Only if they're on the ground. Otherwise that move is not gonna do it.
But we're seeing a lot of the same here so far. Mateo dictating the pace, but never mind. Nimbus is able to.
Side the classic.
That was a really nice touch.
Oh, and just every time he teleports on, he's got a scout.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And now we're going back to the projectile game.
Hey!
The one connected on the building. The one connected on
I had that on my bingo card. I've been waiting for it all night.
So, Mateo having a lot more faith in all the reticle than me.
All right, critical first stock here. Critical, because Nimbus has done so well to really turn this around and dig deep after the reset, but he's going to take the stock.
The backers can clean up that stock.
And the stock's going to go to Mateo. Uh-oh.
Mateo's getting this game going, but forward are a little earlier than Mateo maybe expected.
It just feels like every time Mateo's able to take a stock lead, he's just getting enough extra credit to carry him, but maybe not so much this time.
Yeah, and ready for a nice little trick there with that setup on the air dodge, ready to cover with a fair. Okay, that's big damage. Big Bowser
Big
damage.
time damage.
Get down off this platform. Yup. Whiff punishes that in air.
Okay.
Another auto reticle.
Gives up stage.
Yeah. Nimbus is just prepared for these auto reticles to come
Oh my God!
that
He
air
did it
dodge
to
in,
him.
that's gonna be your life. Ooh.
That was mega ready for that.
Absolutely.
Really good awareness. Really good execution.
That's what he's all good.
Big time. Mateo takes a stock and he just starts making him bleed out. He gets his extra credit. He takes his lunch. He takes his mom's phone number, and he just takes the game. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing to an extent here is, okay, nice aggressive mix-up get off of that. I think we're seeing some of the limits. Once Mateo gets these leads, Bowser Jr. not too many approaches, right?
Yeah.
And you see try to mix it, right? It feels like every single time Nimbus is part, Mateo is perfectly ready to go.
Yeah, and Mateo's well aware of his position of this game too. He's really comfortable with holding on to this lead and just taking what he's offered to him.
If you're gonna cart moving, alright, now you're cornered. I'm ready. Attack that landing.
Sheesh.
It's a clean 1-0.
Dash attack's such a good burst option there, and mixes up his movement just enough to pull that out after a couple back airs, walling out with the back air and then following up with the dash attack. Classic Palu stuff right there.
Mateo's showing a lot of familiarity with this matchup. Showing a lot of familiarity with this matchup now. Ready to go.
And, I mean, if you're Nimbus, you got to dig deep here. You got to dig deep here if you're Nimbus.
Yeah, so we're going to see a stage switch up. I don't know if we've seen FD.
I feel like I haven't seen FD almost all night. I think it's a good idea just to do something else.
Do something, but immediate 6.
Sheesh, he don't need platforms.
I mean, that's the Palu attack. So you're not, I don't think you're too worked up about that if you're Nimbus, but you got to get a nice trigger before this turns into exactly what it's turning into. A lot of damage.
In the eyes.
That time the aggressive lucky mix up.
This is a little bit messing himself. He's throwing out these really safe aerials back. Try to make a read here, get something started. Because, whatever's happening now, it's just that he just hasn't found his way in this entire scene.
Yeah, I think the timing on these approaches, Mateo's just kind of got it down now. Right? I don't think, like, Nimbus is not, I wouldn't say, like, Nimbus is still trying to prevent new mix-ups, right? But I think whatever those mix-ups, either Mateo's prepared for a lot, or it's just he's ready for what timing Nimbus is going to come in, even if he doesn't know the exact option.
Yeah, I mean, Mateo's just in the avatar stand right now. He's really, the problem is, it's really tough to move right now the way Mateo's playing. He's playing with absolute full confidence. And it just feels like, Nimbus isn't able to get anything big going.
When Mateo plays with this kind of confidence, he's really different. Right?
Oh, DI's away there.
Yeah, finally allows that neutral get up into the forward stage. I think Nimbus has been looking for that a lot of times. Finally happens.
Alright, up. He's waiting for it.
Here. A little weird mix up. Okay. He gets back to stage without being back here. That's kind of it.
That's the question.
He does get back here, but doesn't die. So that's.
I want to see one of these big Bowser Jr. combos.
I mean, this is go time. At least get some percent.
Yeah.
Not behind the conditioning game. He's dash back explosive. Coyote gets the stock.
Yeah. So tough to deal with. You know you're.
It's out of the right back in, right back in.
He says, I'm going to get my 60 one way or another.
One way or another. True combo reset, it doesn't matter. You're right back in that blender.
What?
Yeah, he does that a lot. He does like it's like I guess it like cancels into the wall, charge, and then he grabs the wall.
Really nice grab there from Mateo.
Not quite there.
Okay.
I don't know how that grab
Everyone's
missed.
just misspacing it.
I don't know how that missed. It literally the arm was in the shield. I got done. Nimbus here is trying to reset neutral, see if he can get anything.
It's really been Mateo's show. It's just a lot of the same. Yeah? It doesn't matter the stage. It hasn't mattered at the stage. It hasn't mattered. It hasn't mattered the mix, like you were saying. Mateo seems to be ready for it. Oh.
He's home. And that is going to be that game as well. I mean, honestly, if there was one game that's
Too
been
bad
close,
for you.
like these games have been close a couple times early, but all of them just ending in blowouts. I
It's
mean,
true. Yeah, to your point, like Nimbus could open up the game here with a nice 60% opening of his own, but it just feels like over time, Mateo's just able to ink out enough of a lead here to turn this into a two-step.
Yeah, I don't know if Nimbus has a secondary to go, or if we're just gonna
I don't think
stick
so.
sticking all the way through.
Cooper counter pick though. Who's this?
Yeah. So all
Ludwig
right.
time.
So the final boss counter pick is in. I think that's what they're trying to have it be. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, that's his closer here.
That's the closer.
It's desperate times, and if that's the case, if we need a victory, it's Ludwig.
That's the closer, but that's the closer. But I'm gonna be real. Mateo's looking like the closer, trying to close out this tournament.
You're not wrong.
Trying to send this precedence over. Mateo does not want no more games.
Hold up. There he
Mateo
is.
wants, but you can't get too antsy to close this out. That's the only thing, right? You're playing a great, comfortable game, playing the matchup super well. Just keep playing. If you're Mateo, you just want to keep playing.
Yeah, and if you're Nimbus, you gotta dig deep in the bag and really start to pull out the hyper mix in order to find something right.
So this is if you're Nimbus. No DIN.
It's
I
the
mean,
name of the
those
game.
have
What are we
cost them-
talking? 5 stars?
So it's a lot. Maybe there's a window that junior with his weight class gets down throw bear kill, but certainly not at one. So it's certainly not one. But even game. After
game.
all of that, even game. So Nimbus is making this competitive now.
Side note, we're at Battlefield now.
Yeah. So all kinds of different stages coming out for
Yeah.
Nimbus. Finally, maybe found one that's giving him a little more opportunity. Play. Think like the space, kind of playing the space between these platforms.
Oh no!
That's a tough estimate.
That is mental damage coming through.
You're trying to. You had a nice game cooking, but
Hold up.
going for some crazy stuff there. The jab, grapple combo, but not quite. And this is looking.
It's feeling like a foregone conclusion unless we could see some action from Nimbus. Oh no! Oh god.
It's looking like Mateo can close this out, unless Nimbus has a big play here.
Yeah, we need to see a big play.
Can we even get off this ledge?
First jab out of Mateo, all set.
Parry the hit of the jab. Everything works.
I mean,
Okay, not that.
hold up.
Not that.
That's a heat check. Oh my
Mateo's
god.
trying to end this with some reads.
He's just picking it. He's calling his shots. Gonna do it?
Okay, the force is not quite.
That's a
in
junior,
yet.
big boy.
Okay,
I
where
like
was-
that.
There, up still not quite gonna do it. And somehow managing to get that is gonna be.
Whoo.
gonna be a set.
Mateo takes
Clean 6-0 by Mateo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure, as always. Thank you for joining at Center Stage. Peace out. I love you all. Come back next week.